Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 124 until I'm a YouTube millionaire, and this one's going to be a basic economics lesson. Since I'm not going to have the opportunity to help directly the people I would love to be able to help build themselves an economic empire and all that. In particular, I'm talking about, sorry, there's a piece of hair on my camera, female species that I would love to help build their economic empire. But since I can't do that directly, I'll do it indirectly here with a video. So, let's say that you live in Ohio. Person I'm thinking of doesn't, but let's say you live in Ohio and you're spending about $1,000 per month, which is actually a high estimate, on your rent. And then all other expenses, your food, your electrical, your gas, your water, all that stuff is an extra $500 per month on top of that. So $1,500 per month expenses. Let's go ahead and add gas into that and car and stuff. So an extra $150, so $1,650 a month. And that's a high estimate because out there you can get a rental property, a rental unit. I actually have units myself that I rent out for this price for $600 a month. And it's nice, too. It's in a very nice area. But let's just say high estimate, $1,650 a month, all expenses included. That can even include medical care, insurance, medical insurance. So if you do basic math, let's say you get a low-end job out there making $12 an hour, because they don't have a minimum wage of $15 an hour out there. So $12 an hour, working as a Walmart associate, okay, $12 per hour times 40 hours per week times 4 weeks in a month, 480, about $1,700 a month. So just with that alone, you can make a living, you can survive, you can be comfortable. Now what you have, remember, compound interest, sweetheart. Compound interest. This is humongous, okay? I wish I had the kind of growth that you got right now, but it's gonna get good, all right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's gonna get good, especially since you're so young. Oh, if only I would have been able to start this when I was your age. So, $1,700 per month is what you would make off of a basic job. Now, I know that you do a different type of job where you live, that actually makes even more money than that, a lot more. Even though it's in an expensive part of the world, it's still, you make up for that with the tips and stuff. But we're just using this as an example. So $1,700 per month, you're still in the green by a significant margin. Then you have YouTube. All right? You've got YouTube right there. Let's say you got 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which you have more than that right now, but 10,000 subs. And you're getting, so normally you'll get about 10 to 20% of your views on your videos, each video, so your number of subscribers as views on each video. So 10,000 subs equates to about 1,000 to 2,000 views per long-form video. It's what it should be, but YouTube's algorithm's all over the goddamn place right now. You just so happen to hit the jackpot, and it's working properly. So 2,000 views, let's say, is what I know you're getting more, but I'm just going to say that average conservative per video. Usually the CPM, what you actually make, cost per milli, the amount of money that you make per 1,000 views, this depends on the niche, but the niche that you're doing is around $5 per 1,000 views. So you're posting a video every 2 to 3 days, okay? So let's say you get 15 videos posted a month. 15 times 15. What is that? Well, that's $225 a month. Which doesn't seem like that much right now. But you're growing fast. Really fast. So you are gaining roughly, I would say, what is it? Probably a good 5 to 10% per week, which is insane. You'll be at 100,000 in a blink of the eye, but that's about what you're making, or what you're growing per week. So to exponentially grow means that you're getting that 5 to 10% on top of whatever you have from the previous week. So you can do the basic math. I've got my MATLAB program actually pulled up here, so I'll do that for you real quick. Let's show you what that would be in a year, which you can anticipate that you could actually keep this kind of growth going for a year or longer. All right, so 1.05 raised to the 52. You'd be 12 times, 13 times the size that you are right now. So you're at about 10,000 subs right now. You're actually a little more than that. Multiply that by 13. 150,000 subscribers in a singular year. I can see you be there, by the way. Easily. Easily. Okay? 150,000 subscribers. If you don't believe me, look up Kira Lutan. You're way more insightful than she is. And she's got almost 100,000 subs. I like Kira Lutan. She seems pretty nice. But you're way more insightful than she is. All right? So 150,000 subscribers. You do the same basic math. That equates to roughly 30,000 views a video. If you're still keeping up at your current rate of posting. So 30K views per video, still about $5 per 1,000 views. That's $150. So times 15. This is you at 150,000 subs. That is, make sure I'm doing the math right. I believe that's $2,250 a month. Times 15. Yep, $2,225 a month. And that's on top of what you're making in your other stuff. I know that you also do Calendly calls. That is going to increase at the same rate that the size of your channel is going to increase, if not faster, because you also are exploding on Instagram. You're utterly exploding on Instagram. My goodness, what is going on over there? And while Instagram itself doesn't make much money, the way you make money off of it is you sell products. And your product here is your Calendly, where you can actually meet people one-on-one. And if you look at Elliot Hulse, he is a wisdom teacher on YouTube. He doesn't get very many views on his videos, despite his number of subscribers, because he wasn't consistent about it. He stopped posting, and therefore all the viewers stopped watching his videos. But because he's got his Calendly set up, something similar to what you have, he does $100 per hour, or per session, and he's making like $20,000 a month on that alone. On that alone. That's humongous. It's something to that effect. So as the size of your channel grows, you can also exponentially increase what you're charging. Now, this isn't you trying to be stuck up or anything. This is you being a very in-demand quantity. And you need to make sure that you are valuing your time properly. So when you get to that point, you are going to be very, very, very in demand. Even more than you are now. Let's just say, purely off AdSense, $2,225 a month. You're also going to start getting like brand deals, and advertisers are going to come to you directly to talk to you to advertise their products. And that's going to be, for a channel that size, say $1,000 per ad read. And you'll probably have one maybe every 2 or 3 episodes, which means that you'll have about 5 of them a month. So that's $5,000 a month off of that. This is just in 1 year if you keep going, which, don't stop, sweetheart. Don't stop. All right? So And I'm doing this because I can't talk to you directly, unfortunately. So that's fine. I'm still going to try to help you. So $5,000 a month off of Calendly, and then $5,000 a month off brand deals. You'll be making $10,000 a month from Calendly and brand deals, $2,225 a month just off of AdSense, and then you're still going to be making your money as, I'll just say it, a waitress. So $4,000 a month, let's say, that you're getting off of that. That's $16,000 a month, which is, do the math, $192,000 a year. Okay? Let's say you keep your expenses relatively where they are. You do want to increase them just a little, not a huge amount, just a little, because follow the Seneca philosophy. You want to be just a little bit over the average person so that you can give them an incentive to become better, but not so far out that they can't reach you. So, you might get some nicer clothes, a nicer car. Maybe you get like a Mercedes or something, or a really nice Jeep. Just an idea. But you're not going to go out there and get yourself a Lamborghini and put yourself in debt. But like a Jeep or something. And your expenses go up to, say, $2,500 a month, maybe $3,000. And you're making $16,000 a month. $13K you are going to have as pure icing on the cake. All right? That's $150,000 a year. Now, what are you going to do with that money? Here's what I recommend. You do what you want to do. I'm not a financial advisor. I was a financial consultant for a while. I'm also, like I was saying, I'm not a doctor, but I'm a pretty smart guy. I know how to handle my money all right. Here's what I would recommend. You take split it up into 4 pieces, 4 partitions, if you will. So one partition is for your fun. You go out and do stuff and enjoy life. Enjoy the finer things in life. So let's say that's $4,000 a month for you to do that. Because this is going to divide, well, it wouldn't be $4,000. It'd be about $3,000 a month. Okay, $3,000 a month for that. And then $3,000 a month you put into Bitcoin. Bitcoin only. No altcoins. Not even Ethereum. Not Bitcoin traded funds or anything. Bitcoin. Period. End of story. The easiest way to get it is to go to Coinbase.com and set yourself up an account. Buy that. Set up automatic monthly buys. Set it and forget it. Don't even look at it. That money no longer exists. You will look at it when you want to actually draw from it, say 20 years from now, when it's going to, that's going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot. I'm talking like hundreds of millions of dollars if you start now. $3,000 a month, you put in, stocks and the stock market. The easiest way to do that is to go to Robinhood. Get yourself a Robinhood account on your computer or your phone, whatever, and just set up automatic buys to where you buy an S&P 500. You could even do it on margin if you want. I don't recommend it, but you can, where you're getting an extra 25% growth by doing that. There are different margin setups that they have, but I just say go get yourself some S&P 500 stocks on Robinhood. They don't charge you any fees on Robinhood, so it's a really good program, really good app to use. And then the last part of that 1/4 you use to invest in real estate. Real estate is the most time-honored, best way to become wealthy ever known in the history of the human race. It is the best way to do it. It's the most surefire. Now, the reason I brought up Ohio in these numbers earlier was because it's one of the best places to buy real estate properties for rentals. It has one of the highest rent to cost of property ratios. So I have, for instance, a property that I bought for $144,000 back in 2018, I want to say, right around there. And I make about $4,000 a month off of it. $4,000 a month, not a year, a month. You can't find that almost anywhere else. Okay? So real estate is what I would say you want to spend your last fourth of that portion of money that you're not spending for surviving on. This is going to be in about a year. You're going to be 25. I'm revealing a lot about the person I'm talking about, but it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, that's going to be your last fourth there. Do the math. Your channel is going to be continuously growing even after this year mark that I'm giving you right now. It's probably going to get to 1 million subscribers, and it's going to proportionally grow in that way in like 2, maybe 3 years, if you keep on consistently posting, which I pray you do, because this is, I'm telling you, sweetheart, you hit the jackpot. Pardon my language, but you fucking hit the jackpot. You got a 21 on blackjack. I prayed to God that one day I get as lucky as you did. So, 10 years from now, let's say you're actually following this procedure. It'll change a little bit. You know, you want to keep your books straight. It's going to change a little bit because, you know, you might have different ideas of exactly what you want to do, but extrapolate this over 10 years. I'm just going to do a very basic compounding program here, okay? So I actually have a compound program that I set up on MATLAB. I built it myself. So let's say you have 13,000 that you're putting in per month. And how much you're going to contribute per month? That's what it is, 13,000. And how many years until you desire to retire? This is not retirement, but I'm telling you this is what's going to happen after about 10 years. And then it'll increase with inflation. And your growth rate, we're just going to say, is conservatively 10%. It's actually going to be a lot more than that. A lot more. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to say 20%. Because that's probably more accurate. At that time, you will have contributed $1.7 million to the entire portfolio. And you will have gotten yourself up to $5 million of net worth. And it's going to grow a lot more than that. A lot more. I'm being extremely conservative. Bitcoin itself, I mean, its target is like $5 million per coin in 10 years or so. Do the math. It's mind-blowing. So, it's small right now, sweetheart, but it's gonna get big. Also, I do want to remind you, there is the small possibility that YouTube could collapse if they don't fix their algorithm. There is the small possibility of that. So, keeping that in mind, make sure that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. I know you've got that humongous Instagram channel, or page, whatever, but you might want to also start working towards putting videos on Rumble. Rumble specifically. Because Rumble is a very good alternative. It's not nearly as good as YouTube yet, but it may one day get there. I hope so, because YouTube is very politically biased, and it makes it very difficult to post good content on it without being shadow banned and throttled and stuff like that. So, yeah, you hit the jackpot. Oh, and this one I'm actually going to talk directly to somebody because I want her to know. Rachel, on X, start a YouTube channel, sweetheart. Start a YouTube channel. You saw the math. You are a very attractive, very kind woman, even though you think you're just angry and all that stuff. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're going to gather a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers on YouTube very quickly. So start making some YouTube videos. They could be of your art. They could be of you just talking, your ideas. Again, if you're insecure about your ability to do that, look at the woman I talked about earlier. I like Kira Lutan, but she's got very basic things to say, and people still love to listen to her. All right? So don't be insecure about it. So, all right, guys. I'm excited for you. I am excited for you. Love y'all.